So, what's the difference between grounded empathy versus flooded empathy? Let's talk about that. So, the other night I was sitting across the table from my sister, and she was looking through her mail. I noticed she was looking at a letter from a university or a community college. So, she's 17, and she's still trying to figure out what career path she's going to choose, how she's going to go about her education. So, I looked at her. I said, "Hey, I was able to empathize, okay, because I've been through all that. I've been through university and college and multiple careers and being unsure about which route you want to take. I was able to empathize with her, okay. So I looked at her. I said, "Hey, if you need any advice on college or career, I'm here." And of course, she smiled and she said thanks. Now, uh, a simple offer for advice. That was all she needed. That was an example of grounded empathy. Okay, was I able to empathize with her, give her a simple offer if she ever needed any advice. What I didn't do was flood her with my empathy. Okay, what I didn't do was approach her and say, "Hey, I notice you're looking at college choices, career choices. You know, you got to pick the right one. Are you thinking about what career you're going to choose? You got to pick the right career with strong economic outlook that's going to give you a sufficient return on your investment. You got to start thinking about how you're going to fund this with different grants and federal loans and public loans. Are you thinking about what major you're going to choose? It's got to be the right one." And start flooding her with my empathy. Like, yes, it would have come from a place of love, of course, a place of care and empathy. Yes, I would have been providing valuable information in my own life experience, but it may have been too much for her. She's a 17-year-old girl, and she may not be ready to receive that flooding of care when she's already under enough of her own pressure of what she's gonna do for college and how she's gonna go about a career choice. So I kept it simple. I was able to empathize. A simple offer if she ever needed any advice. Please remember this story and use it as an analogy for how you express empathy in your friendships, in your relationships, etc. Because what happens is, especially for anxious, preoccupied people with an anxious, preoccupied attachment style, people with high empathy, kind hearts, they mean well, they're often very caring people. But they sometimes express too much care to the point that it can become intrusive or overbearing. It's it's not that they mean it that way, but they haven't learned to channel their empathy in a way that's grounded with consideration for one's ability to receive and hold that care. So when this becomes too much empathy, it's flooded empathy, and it starts becoming codependency. Okay, and this is particular in romantic relationships. Okay, now I'm guilty of this myself. Okay, of flooding my partner with empathy, flooding them with how much I care. But what it does is it creates pressure for them, even when that's not the intention. Okay, and it can actually push them away because they don't know how to hold that flooding of empathy, that flooding of care that you're giving them. So when I say grounded empathy, let go of this burning desire to fix or rescue someone or something going on in their life, and flood them with care when it's not necessary. The reason codependents will do this is because they're operating from a place of fear, a fear of abandonment, and they think that if they just show how much they care, then they won't be abandoned. But it can have the opposite effect, and they end up pushing someone away by flooding them with care, flooding them with their empathy. So I want to look at this chart real quick. Let's look at this chart. Okay, so this is just comparison of grounded versus flooded empathy. So both have empathy, right? Empathy starts off with "I feel your emotions," okay, but then where a grounded person will say, "I hear you, I understand." A flooded person may think, "Oh, I need to fix this. I need to step in and fix this and rescue them." A grounded person will say, I'm here for you. And a flooded person will become overbearing. They'll say, let me fix this. Let me in. A grounded person maintains their own identity. And flooded empathy, someone who floods their partner or whoever with empathy ends up losing themselves. They lose themselves and they become entangled in the other person's emotions. And again, this is where it dips into codependency. So grounded empathy. Grounded empathy means, yes, being attuned to someone else's emotions, okay, understanding their experience, and offering to listen, to help, to comfort them in a way that does not flood them, but just makes them feel seen and heard. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope I brought some good into your life today. If so, please like and subscribe, and please share your thoughts and your stories in the comments section. Have you ever experienced flooded empathy? Are you guilty of it? Let's get the discussion going. Any questions, please share them. If you think this video might help somebody, please share it with them. And until next time, you take care. I'll see you in the next video.